Hi viewer, this is Shazia. I hope you're doing great. I'm so excited to present my first project on sales and finance analytics using Excel, which I have developed with the invaluable support and guidance from the Code Basics team. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Sir and Hemant and Vadi Sir for their mentorship and expertise throughout this project, which also helped me shaping my understanding and skills in the field of data analytics. So as you can see, the quote on my presentation slide, if you torture the data long enough it will confess. So I've tried a little bit to apply in this project. These are the agendas I'm going to cover throughout the presentation. Introduction: what are the tools and technologies I have used, Atliq business model, the problem, performance metrics, reports, insights, conclusion. Okay, let's get started. So, what's the need of this project? So, there is a company, Atliq Hardware, who sells hardware to their customers. So, that's the need of an hour. That in today's dynamic market landscape, understanding sales data is crucial for businesses aiming to stay competitive and maximize profitability. With the tools and techniques learned, I have been able to leverage data driven approaches to uncover actionable insights from sales and finance data. So this project includes a comprehensive analysis of sales and finance data of Atliq Hardware, incorporating factors such as product performance, customer segmentation, seasonal trends, and more. I have been able to transform raw data into meaningful reports, from identifying top performing markets, products, and customers to predicting future sales trends. This project showcases the potential of data analytics in driving business success. So it will really help Atliq Hardware to grow in a market exponentially. I'm excited to share with you the insights gained from this project and how they can be applied to real world business scenarios. Let's dive into the technical side of things. So I have made this project using Excel, Microsoft Excel, and I have become proficient now in advanced functions and data manipulation techniques. And with ETL methodology, I was able to efficiently extract, transform, and load data. By using Power Query, I was able to generate date table and manipulate data effortlessly. When it comes to reporting, I have become skilled at deriving fiscal months and quarters and establishing data model relationships with Power Pivot. Additionally, I incorporated supplementary data and utilized DEX for creating calculated columns and measures. Now let's shift gears to discuss the soft skills that complement my technical expertise. I have developed a refined understanding of sales and finance reports, ensuring that reports are not just data dumps but meaningful insights for decision makers. I design user centric reports with empathy in mind, optimizing the report generation process through meticulous fine tuning. And I can't forget to mention my two friends, Mr. G and Mr. C, ChatGPT and Google, which was really helpful throughout this project. Now let's now let's understand Atlas business model. In the industry, domain understanding is actually very important. So Atliq Hardware is a company who sells hardware items such as PC, mouse, printers, keyboards, etc. to different customers. They make hardware and they sell it to stores such as Chroma, Best Buy, Staples, and even online stores such as Amazon, Flipkart, etc. And then from there, these stores will sell the hardware to the end consumers, person like you and me. So for the Atliq, the customer is the store like Chroma, Best Buy, etc. And the consumer is the person who is consuming the product. So when I am going to discuss through the entire project, you will see in my reports the customer column attribute, which is actually Atliq customers, which is the direct customer of Atliq to whom they are selling their hardware. Now, obviously, they have a manufacturing facility where they build all this hardware and they send it to a warehouse distribution centers and so on. So they have business in different countries. So they ship it to different location and from there the hardware items will go to individual stores. Here they have two types of customers. Chroma and Best Buy is like an actual physical store where we can go and buy stuff directly. We can also buy these things from online websites such as Amazon and Flipkart. So Chroma and Best Buy is called brick and mortar type of customer, and the second one is e-commerce type of customer. And we will refer to this as a platform. So when we look at the database of projects where we'll have two different values, brick and mortar and e-commerce. Also, there is this concept of a channel. So when you sell the hardware to brick and mortar store, it goes to consumers. So those brick and mortar store or online stores are retailers. Atlic has their own store as well. Like some company, you will see Dell exclusive, Microsoft, for example, they have their own store. So Atlic has opened their own stores from where they can buy, sell to direct customer. Now then, Atlic e-store and Atlic exclusive. Now this channel is called direct because they are doing direct business with the end consumers. Then there is a concept of a distributor where in countries like China and South Korea, due to some government regulations and because of some other business reason, they can't sell it to direct customers. So they sell it to one big distributor. Let's say Neptune is a company which is a big distributor. So they send big shipments, and this distributor will then send the hardware items to different stores which are present in China locally. And this channel is called distributor. So three different channels: retailer, direct, and distributor. Next, let's talk about the heart of the matter, the problem statement. Atlic Hardware is a prominent player in the hardware industry. Of course, company wants to boost their sales and profit in all regions they are operating and doing business. How they will get to know about customers who are earning them more profit and where sales are getting more, so that they can negotiate sales and discounts with customers to save cost and time, along with finding underperforming segments to apply strategic planning to overcome it. To address these challenges, Atlic Hardware aims to develop and implement an integrated sales and finance reporting system that provides real time, accurate, and comprehensive data on sales performance and financial health, which offers actionable insights to support strategic decision making and operational efficiency. So that's an aim. Now, I'm going to talk about key performance metrics which I have used in this project, which will help company to measure and analyze their performance. So it's really very important for a company to analyze their performance checks time to time whether things are going on in right direction or not. Hence, company do assess and analyze their performance during fiscal year and quarterly basis also, so that if any metrics is not up to the expectation, they can take corrective measures and actions in order to correct it then and there to prevent any kind of big loss in future. So here fiscal year is nothing, it's a financial year which is a 12-month period that companies generally use for accounting purposes and preparing financial statements. So Atlic Hardware's fiscal year starts in September months, from 1st of September and ends in August month. Fiscal year is also divided in quarters. Each quarter reflects a 3-month period, and the company's financial performance during these times would be analyzed also. So there are 4 quarters in a year: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Okay, imagine navigating a ship without a compass or a map or any knowledge of winds or stars. It's not just challenging, it's practically impossible. So, in the same vein, going on our strategic journey without clear measurable indicators would leave us wandering aimlessly. This is why the key performance metrics we are about to explore into are not mere numbers or targets, it's like a North Star guiding us through the competitive surroundings of the hardware industry. They are a reflection of our strategy in action. So by closely monitoring these indicators, we can make data driven decisions, adapt our strategies as needed, and continue to drive Atlic Hardware towards greater success. Let's just start from very basic and most important metric: net sales. What is net sales? Net sales are the company's revenue or earnings, we can say, from all sales of goods and services recognized by a company in a period, minus returns, allowances, or damaged or missing goods and discounts. It provides a more accurate picture of a company's sales performance. Next is cost of goods sold. cost of goods sold is the direct cost to the production of goods sold by a company, which includes the cost of materials used in creating the goods, along with the direct labor costs involved in its production, like manufacturing cost, freight cost, which is the transportation cost, and plus other cost and taxes. That's the total COGS, cost of goods sold. Gross margin, which is the difference between the net sales, which is the revenue after returns and discounts, and cost of goods sold. And if we divide gross margin by net sales, we get the formula for gross margin percentage, which tells how much money you are making from your sales after you have covered the direct costs of producing those goods or delivering those services. It's expressed as a percentage of net sales, also often target sales. So it refers to the specific goal or benchmark for sales revenue that a company aims to achieve within a certain period, often set for a fiscal quarter or a year. So these targets are based on various factors, including past performance, market research, industry trends, and the company's growth objectives. Actual sales. So actual sales are the real revenue that a company has generated from its operations over a specific period. This figure represents the total amount of product or services sold, reflecting the company's actual performance in the market. Last is P&L, which is profit and loss statement. It's a financial report that provides an overview of company's financial performance over a period of time, typically a month, quarter, or a year. It's an umbrella term, we can say, for all performance metrics. All in all, P&L statement include several metrics, critical metrics such as net sales, cost of goods sold, gross margin percentage, etc. So overall, these metrics evaluate a company's financial performance, profitability, and pricing tactics. Now, I would like to walk you through the data model of a report I have developed in Power Pivot, which contains dimension and fact tables. It's forming a branch like the arms of a snowflake, making it a snowflake schema. Fact table contains all facts and quantitative data like net sales, COGS, cost of goods sold, gross margin, etc. And all measures I have created through DEX I have kept in that table, fact table. Whereas dimension table contains all descriptive data like customer details, market and product details, etc. So dimension table is a table here that contains at least one column with unique values as primary key. For example, customer code, and the fact table is with the repeated values of the same column refers to the primary key of another table, which is dimension table, which we call foreign key in fact table, which establishes a link between these tables, and the relationship between the dimension and fact table is one to many here. I have connected these tables using primary and foreign key concept as explained just now, and also I reused this model for all reports I have made rather than making a new model from scratch for every report. For example, you can see for a target report I have added one more table in the same data model. That saved my lot of time because I wanted to bring all of the information at one place from all tables. That's an easiest way. So it's better and efficient way to connect tables as an alternative of VLOOKUP in Excel. Without further ado, let's dive into the world of sales and finance analytics and uncover the stories hidden within the data. Okay. Okay, so let's see sales reports. First one is customers net sales performance. Second one is market performance versus target. Now, this report is all about customers' net sales performance for three consecutive fiscal years 2019, 20, and 2021 with their growth percentage by comparing net sales of 2021 and 2020. And also, I have added a filter option here so that a report can be more enhanced on the basis of region like North America, Asia, and Middle East, etc. And division here shows the category of hardware products like networking, storage, and computing, and so on. And the market is the country from where every customer is performing. So let's talk about how Amazon is totally ruling the online shopping world. Their sales have been going up and up every year. And from 2020 to 2021, they shot up a massive percentage of 218.9%. This just goes to show that Amazon is still the big boss of online shopping. Take a look at how various retailers from different sectors have been booming in sales from 2020 to 2021. For example, acclaimed stores Atliq e-store, Atliq Exclusive, Best Buy, and many more have all witnessed a triple-digit percentage boost in their net sales. So this signals a strong performance despite tough times, showing that these retailers are really stepping up their game. And also, I have observed in this report that people are really starting to shop more online, especially since COVID-19 hit. Stores like Atliq Store, Atliq Exclusive, and Amazon are seeing a big surge in customers. Looks like people are preferring to shop from the comfort of their homes, making these online stores really popular. And also, the data suggests that there are big opportunities for companies like Bollinger, Chip7, Nova, and integration stores are growing fast. So they could think about ways to get even more customers and expand their business. These are the key insights which we have gained from the previous report: Amazon dominance, diverse growth, and the shift to online shopping, potential opportunities for the company who's performing in growth percentage. So, how it can help Atliq Hardware in negotiating discounts and sales with retailers? Identify high growth retailers. It will highlight retailers that have shown significant growth in net sales from 2020 to 2021. Retailers like Atliq eStore, Atliq Exclusive, and Amazon have experienced substantial increases, which indicates a strong potential for sales volume. So, a company can also offer incentives for volume sales. They can use this growth data to offer volume based discounts or incentives to retailers who commit to larger purchase orders. So this can also encourage retailers to increase their order quantities, leading to higher overall sales for Atliq Hardware. Also, they can focus on strategic partnerships rather than focusing on indiscriminating partnership. By identifying retailers that have consistently performed well over the years, such as those with steady growth rates or a large customer base. Company may also offer some preferential discounts or special partnership agreements to them. It will also help them to analyze the specific growth patterns and performance metrics of each retailer to tailor discount offers accordingly. For example, retailers with slower growth rates may require different incentives compared to those with rapid growth. Okay, it will also help them to promote exclusive deals, product offerings, or promotional campaigns, which can help differentiate retailers and drive customer traffic. So, by implementing these strategies, Atliq Hardware can effectively negotiate discounts and sales with retailers, ultimately increasing sales volume and market demand for its products. Now, let's move on to the next agenda item, which is market performance versus sales target. So, the market refers to a specific country here. We are going to see performance of all markets in this report versus what target company sets actually. As we can see, India showed considerable growth over the years. They fell short of the target by $9.6 million dollars with a deviation of minus 5.9 percentage. Understanding the specific market challenges or operational issues hindering sales could help in better targeting this lucrative market. And in United States, despite strong sales performance, the USA missed its target by $10.2 million, dollars, reflecting a deviation of minus 11.7 percentage. This could be due to intense competition, changing consumer trends, or insufficient marketing efforts in specific regions. However, sales in Austria fell short of the target by minus $0.3 million, resulting in a negative deviation of minus 11.7 percentage. Understanding the reasons behind this shortfall, such as market saturation or ineffective marketing strategies, could help in devising corrective measures. And in Canada, despite significant sales growth from 2020 to 2021, sales in Canada missed the target by $5.1 million, representing a negative deviation of minus 14.5%. So exploring the reasons behind this gap, such as supply chain disruptions or pricing issues, could be beneficial. Overall, the grand total indicates a significant shortfall in sales compared to the target, with a negative deviation of $54.9 million, which is the minus 9.2% of deviation. So this underscores the importance of reassessing market strategies, improving operational efficiency, and adapting to changing market dynamics to achieve sales target more effectively. So this was all about sales data of Atliq Hardware. So these are the key insights which I have already discussed in a previous report of market performance versus sales target. Now this slide shows about the purpose of sales analytics and the importance of analyzing sales data and what's the role of a report. So we have already discussed and seen in the last report, it will help Atliq Hardware to determine effective customer discounts, facilitate negotiations with consumers, and to identify potential business expansion opportunities in promising countries, to identify sales patterns and track key performance indicators, and which will empower business to monitor and evaluate their sales activities. Now I'm going to move to finance reports. That was all about sales data of Atliq Hardware. Okay, now I'm going to discuss finance reports, profit and loss report by fiscal year and month, and profit and loss report by markets. So the agenda of creating finance reports is to evaluate financial performance, which will support decision making, ensure compliance, monitor performance, and communication with stakeholders, which will facilitate strategic planning. Let's check it. Here we can see all metrics have been shown in report to determine if profit and loss. So for financial year 2019, it's a foundation year where total net sales stood at $87.5 million and gross margins were relatively high, averaging around 41.4%, indicating effective cost management and a strong profit ratio in the foundational year. And in financial year 2020, I see a significant growth because of jump in total net sales to 196.7 million dollar, highlighted a year of substantial expansion. Despite increased sales, gross margin percentage showed a slight dip to an average of 37.3%, reflecting the cost implications of scaling operations. However, in financial year 2021, there is an unprecedented sales as company hit a record with $598.9 million in net sales, where gross margins were maintained at an average of 36.4%, demonstrating adeptness in balancing cost pressures against aggressive market capture strategies. So now let's discuss performance by fiscal years, by months and quarters. In fiscal year 2019, we can see Q2 showed promising figures, especially with November and December sales, demonstrating the beginning of a seasonal uptrend. And for the fiscal year 2020 as well, November December period again showcased a spike with sales reaching $28.7 million and $29.9 million respectively, which also shows the impact of a seasonal demand. And for the fiscal year 2021, with Q2 November December again marking the zenith at $74.3 million and $78.1 million. This period of sales accentuated the critical role of the holiday season in driving revenue. And also we have compared net sales comparison, we have done of two consecutive years, 2020 and 2021 and 2019 and 2020, which also shows the numbers that we performed really well in Q3 as comparison. So it was clear by comparing the financial performance of Atliq Hardware over the fiscal years 2019, 2020, and 2021. It offers insightful revelations into the company's strategic growth, market adaptation, the influence of seasonal dynamics, particularly in the November December period of Q2, where peak season lies, like New Year and Christmas sales on its operational success. Key insights which we have already seen in the previous report of fiscal year and months and quarters in financial year 2019, 2020, and also 2021. These are further insights which we have taken from this report. So moving on, let's discuss the profit and loss breakdown by market segments also. This report is vital as it provides a detailed insight into how our business is performing across different markets. Firstly, India and the USA emerge as our high performers, with India leading in both net sales and cost of goods sold. It showcases significant manufacturing activity. Meanwhile, the USA closely follows with robust net sales. Both countries exhibit healthy gross margins, reflecting efficient operations and profitability, where on the other side, Sweden emerges as a low performer with the lowest net sales and cost of goods sold among the listed markets. Despite maintaining a relatively high gross margin percentage, its profitability is impacted by modest net sales. Lastly, markets like New Zealand, Japan, and Netherlands demonstrated impressive gross margin percentages, indicating efficient cost management. As we know that Japan lacks of mineral resources, so they are almost dependent on technologies to run their country. That could be an adding factor. On the other hand, Austria lags behind with the lowest gross margin percentage, suggesting potential areas for improvement in cost efficiency and pricing strategies. So, in summary, while India and the USA shine as top performers, whereas Sweden faces challenges with its lowest net sales, impacting overall profitability. Other markets fall within the mid range, offering opportunities for optimizing costs and enhancing operational efficiency to achieve better profitability. So, these are the key insights which we have covered in a previous report of market performance, and which highest gross margin was of India, and gross margin percentage were high in case of New Zealand, Netherlands, and Japan. Lowest gross margin we have seen in a country like Sweden, and Austria also shows lowest gross margin percentage of 30%. Okay, so by doing comparative analysis, we'll have a clear picture of high performers, low performers, and mid-range performers of all markets in this report. Where India and USA were on top, Sweden was low performing country or market, and mid-range performers were there also. So these are the recommendations for all outperforming markets with lower net sales and higher cost of goods sold. By identifying these areas of improvement and strengths, businesses can develop targeted strategies to enhance their financial performance and competitiveness in their respective markets. So the purpose of finance analytics is to evaluate financial performance, which we have seen in reports, which will help them to support decision making and facilitate communication with the stakeholders, and the importance of analyzing finance data we have seen. It will help them to benchmark against industry peers and previous periods foundation for budgeting and forecasting. And the role of report was to align financial planning with strategic goals in the organization's financial outlook. So now let's look at some other important reports that give us more insights into how our business is doing and where we can grow. So these are some extra reports which I have taken, which will help company to grow. So this report tells about top and bottom 5 products in terms of quantity, where AQ Master Wired MS is in highest stock quantity, whereas AQ Home L-in-1 Gen 2 is on low stock. So these rankings provide insight into our inventory levels, highlighting which products are well stocked and which ones may need restocking or closer monitoring. And this report showing top 5 countries in 2021 net sales, where India being a highest populated country stayed on top with big numbers and USA at a second place. Understanding the performance of different markets, it can help Atliq Hardware allocate resources effectively and identify opportunities for expansion or improvement. Here it is top 10 products of Atliq Hardware with a percentage increase in their sales over 2 years, 2020 and 2021, where this product is on top. AQ Electron 43600 desktop processor in sales with figure of $19.4 million. So this report shows market trend of products of company, that what items people are buying more, so that accordingly they will adjust all operations. And now this total gross margin percentage for all quarters in each year with subzone. It will help them to provide business with actionable insights into their financial performance. Last but not least, here it shows new product launch performance, where AQ Quarty is net sales is highest among all since their launch, but AQMB Lito 2 is on lowest in net sales. It provides valuable insights and learning opportunities for future product launches, understanding what worked well and what didn't. So this report tells about success or failure of the new product launch. In a nutshell, by analyzing these sales and finance data, I have gained a deeper understanding of companies' strengths, challenges, and opportunities for improvement. So, Atlic Hardware is doing really well, both in sales and finance. Company is growing and making good profits. However, there are opportunities for further optimization and strategic initiatives to sustain momentum and to take most out of it. I hope you found this presentation insightful and informative. Your opinions and feedback are invaluable as I work towards to improve and make my future presentations even more relevant and engaging. So I would like to close it by a motivating quote that might be common or already heard by many, but I really mean it. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a great time ahead. Bye.